Think Tank, the show where two directors think by a tank. I'm Tyler Moore, and with me as always is...
James Klim.
And I have a special guest.
TheZeddProductions.
Alright, now let's go balls deep. Okay, so our topics are, we're going to do filmmaker news, we're going to do summer movies, give our opinions on the ones coming out, and our filmmaking topic is characters and their character arcs, and then we're going to do Delightful and Repugnant, then we're going to do Viewer Mail. Alright, so, yeah. Let's go balls deep.
Go balls deep with Tyler Moore.
Okay, so James, you want to go first for filmmaker news?
Sure. I'm working on Confederacy, Rain Series 2. I finally got in contact with Jamie Zane, who voices Ted. We're finally going to get some stuff going up, which is, voice acting wise, that way I can, he's going to send me the first lines for the first segment so I can actually get an episode done. I've decided to change Confederacy's name to Inheritor for specific reasons, and that's going well. I'm rewriting scripts, Junkie's helping me out as usual. Everything's in pre-production, and so far everything is going swell.
Cool. Okay, so for me, I've started recording Drawing with Tyler, Season 2. I actually started that yesterday, and I've run into a bit of a speed bump with that, but I think I should probably finish that today, maybe. And then the next thing, which is kind of big news, is my feature film, And Justice for All, that I've been working on for 2 years now, is going on a hiatus because right now I just can't really handle it. So yeah, that's sad, but it's giving me time to work on other things and perfect it so it's not half-assed. But I'm going to be working on... my next project is a short film called Marriage. And then I have 2 new shows coming up, which are kind of top secret right now. So yeah, next person.
You want me to go now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, myself and TheZeddProductions, I've been just working on my Machinima and whatnot, confinement, speed bumps ahead right now. Just waiting for some lines, some voice actors and whatnot. Unfortunately, my Arks Showbiz recently froze, so I'm either going to try to get a new installation disc or try to, unfortunately, U-torrent it. But that's just kind of speed bump right now. Everything else I'm doing absolutely fine. There was a little situation where my woman voice actor, her name is Kiki, and it sounds like a porn name, but anyway, Kiki, she...
Totally a porn name, by the way.
This is what I don't get, because she's like, she was moving, but she's like, and I'm not taking my computer with me, and I was like, What? Yeah, so anyway, I'm guessing it was a bad computer, but isn't she having a good mic, though? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, there's a little situation with that, but I totally replaced her, and she's doing absolutely great. She actually sings in, like, a metal band, and she's just doing really well. And I kind of, like, I feel kind of, like, weird when I do this, but, like, when I'm on Voice Acting Alliance, I'm looking throughout the posts. I always look for the one that's asking for women voice actors, so I can just easily scroll down and send a message to either one that I want, and then just listen to them if, when they get back to me, or if they do get back to me. And that's kind of how I found Ash. And, yeah. Anyway, that's what's up with me, anyway.
Well, cool. So, all right, let's go balls deep into our first topic, summer movies. I've got a list of them here in front of me, and I'll just kind of go down in order of like how they're being released, and we can just talk about them one by one. All right, so The Avengers. Who wants to go first on that?
I'll go for that, because the reason being is because I have not seen Captain America or Thor, so I feel like out of the loop. And normally, like...
Yeah, you need to watch that shit.
Yeah, like, normally, like, 1 or 2 years ago, I was totally in the loop. I was watching, like, all these movies. But it seems like just recently it just kind of went super downhill. And it's disappointing, but I really need to just kind of just bulk up and watch Captain America and Thor, which I really, to tell you the truth, I don't care about too much, but I kind of have to because I'm gonna go see the Avengers probably, so I kind of have to catch up the whole Shield thing. So
Yeah, I like Thor was pretty good, and Captain America I think was really good. But yeah, you definitely have to watch those if you're going to go see the movie. As for the Avengers itself, the first trailer I watched, I was severely disappointed because they've been building up to this for years, and it just looked horrible. The first trailer made the movie look like shit. But I actually watched the second trailer. Maybe it was the third. I might have skipped the second trailer. But I watched another trailer with my friend David, and like it was one of those trailers where like you're sitting there in a room and you're just like, whoa, oh my god, and then but yeah, I think the second or third trailer really kind of restored my faith into it, and I don't think it's going to be amazing, but I think it's going to be like a fun kind of dumb action movie.
yeah, that's kind of weird because I watched like the first trailer and then there's this guy I subscribe to. I can't remember his name, but he's like Super Blip or something. And what he does is that he like remakes things within like Halo Machinima, and like he did like the Halo like anime that came out, the CGI and whatnot. It was, I forget what it was called. It was called Legacy or something like that. It was Legends, and I think that's what it's called anyway. But he remade that, so he came out with his remake of the trailer, and I honestly liked that trailer more than the actual other trailer. And it kind of like related to me in the sense of like, for example, like I Am Legend. I did not actually see the original I Am Legend. I saw actually a Machinima version before I actually went out and saw the regular I Am Legend. But anyway, I really enjoyed his version of like the Machinima one more than the actual real one, which was kind
of crazy, man.
Yeah, it was really well done. So I can't really complain about that. So.
Me?
I don't think there's. Yeah, you go ahead, James.
Okay, Avengers. I never seen Captain America. I never seen Thor. I don't really care about it. I do like Iron Man. I saw the first one. It was okay. I didn't see the second one. I heard the second one kind of sucked balls, and it really seemed kind of pointless. I didn't really care for the first trailer at all. I agree with you, Tyler. I thought the movie was going to be shit. But then I saw the mini trailer where Iron Man fights Thor, and I thought that was pretty cool. It was, I mean, I never grew up with comics, so I don't really care about the whole Marvel superheroes. And will I go see it? Probably not, but it does seem like an interesting action flick.
Yeah. So here's a question. What was your favorite one of the feature length teaser trailers leading up to it?
Only one that I saw was the first one and the Iron Man versus Thor, so I'd probably go with Iron Man versus Thor.
No, I mean like when I say feature like teaser trailer, like I mean like the movies that came before it, like.
Oh, well, I didn't see Captain America. I didn't see Thor. I don't like the Hulk, so I'll probably have to go with Iron Man by default.
Yeah, Iron Man's probably my favorite too.
The first one, not the second one.
Yeah, the second one was okay.
I didn't see the second one, so I don't know.
But it was based. It only exists to lead up to the Avengers.
So many good superhero movies like came out around that time, like the first Transformers, the first Iron Man, and those were like busting out. Those were like so good, and then the sequels and like, it's really disappointing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
so
go ahead.
Are we all agreeing that it's Iron Man?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think Iron Man is like a genuinely good movie. So.
And one reason I don't want to see it is because it's not the actor. Well, they've changed the actor for a whole 3 times. Let's just stick with the
Edward Norton.
Yeah, let's just stick with yeah.
He was a beast. I liked him as Hulk.
I keep wanting to call that a sequel, but it's not like
It's not.
Is it a sequel? I don't.
It's like there's this. Okay. There's this new thing kind of going on where it's not a sequel, it's not a reboot, but like it's actually kind of both. Like
like how I like put into a category is like it's its own film, but if you watch like the one before it, that provides some backstory onto what the one that you're watching now is about, but you don't absolutely have to watch that one.
yeah, like that's kind of what the new Ghost Rider was like.
Oh, I heard that one sucked balls.
Which really disappoints me
Oh
because
my
like
God.
the first Ghost Rider was stupid.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, it was.
It was kind of fun at least.
Ish.
But the new Ghost Rider was directed by the guys who did Crank, and they're like famous for this style of like fast paced action.
Wait, it came out? I didn't even know it came out.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I totally missed it. I saw the trailer for it. I'm like, okay, I was not expecting a
From
second
the
one.
trailers, it looked like crap. It looked like garbage, and I knew it was gonna plummet, and it did.
So, but that really disappointed me because I thought like if anyone can make a good Ghost Rider movie, it would be these guys, and apparently they failed. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm at least gonna give it a
Wait.
chance.
Did Nicolas Cage come back as his role?
Yep.
Yeah.
And did he do a
He
job?
sucks.
I'm gonna put that quotations.
Yeah, he did his Nicolas.
Okay, well,
He did his Nicolas
I
Cage.
don't necessarily like. I don't necessarily like Nicolas Cage. I don't like his films that he was in. To tell you the truth, I like Nicolas Cage, but I don't like the films that he was in. Like, I like him in... Like, my father really liked the first National Treasure, and I watched that with him, like, all the time, so I liked him in that, and then I liked him in Kick-Ass. So,
I
He's good in
hated
Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass, man.
yeah. Yeah, he did the role perfectly. I don't know, I like his sense of, like, kind of sarcastic, like, aggressiveness, but he's not, you can't see him try to be sarcastic, you see him just being very straightforward. Like,
He's
Like-
a genius. He's like he must be a genius somehow. Like, and he's doing this all on purpose. Because actually, what?
What? Stop saying like.
I'm sorry, fucker. But anyway, one of my favorite Nicolas Cage movies is 8mm, and that's just great.
Oh,
but anyway, let's get off of the because we were talking about the Avengers, but let's move on to the next
Let's
movie.
go back to Nicolas Cage. What the heck?
Fuck that.
You have him, like, a picture of him, like, on a bike on your, screen. Is that what's up? Is that what you get your inspiration from when you do your epic poses for your pictures?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just think, what would Nicolas Cage do? I wear a little bracelet.
I liked him in, is it Gone in 60 Seconds? Is that what?
Yeah.
I liked that a lot. But anyway,
I think Drive Angry was like perfect for him because it's such a stupid movie.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, so the next one is Dark Shadows, which is that new Johnny Depp movie. I'm really not looking
Never heard
at that
of it.
at all.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, so let's skip to the next one.
Keep going.
I'm probably just gonna skip the
What
Dictator.
did the global awards people for these movies, like the Golden Globe, when they sit down, they're like, which one we're gonna nominate? Do they just like sit there for hours, or do they just like close their eyes and just randomly pick one? Because it seems like that's what's been happening for all these reboots and just really horrible movies.
So anyway, the next one is Battleship, which I'm not really looking forward to at all.
I'm not
It looks
looking
more
at it.
stupid.
Battleship, to me, when I saw it, I was thinking like of Battle Los Angeles, like that type. Like it's generic, but with some little tweaks. But it's not like hugely watched. Like it's just kind
Well,
of
the thing is, like, it has nothing to do with Battleship. It's about alien robot things. Don't call it Battleship.
You know what they should do? They should just make a computer in the story, and all she says is "You sunk my battleship" every time a battleship.
That's a better idea.
I like that idea. They should.
You know what they should do? They should tie a rock to their leg and drown.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah. But anyway, the next movie is Men in Black 3.
Nope, I don't care.
I liked the first Men in Black. The second one was pretty good. To tell you the truth, I care for it that it's trying to shed some light on that, like, kind of, I guess you could say series, but I don't know. Though that series of movies, I think that's what's kind of happening. Kind of like with I heard that Dumb and Dumber 2 going to be coming out, which I mean, sometimes it's just kind of like pop culture references, and like remakes of those movies are really bad, but when you kind of have like the same actors in a sequel, and like I think it can work, but sometimes it can't. But I do feel some I am kind of excited for Men in Black 3.
There needs, when you're doing something like that, when you're making a sequel years later because you actually want to make a sequel, it needs to kind of have maybe not necessarily like a reminiscent feel, because like with like Rocky, when they did Rocky Balboa several years, like forever later, that was actually a genuinely good film.
Yeah,
because like it was like what happens when Rocky gets old. But I think if they do Men in Black 3 right, it could be good. I liked the first one. I didn't really care for the second one, but I'm probably not going to watch it in theaters. Probably just get it on DVD, rent it. But I'll give it a chance. But I don't think it really looks that impressive.
yeah.
So yeah, the next movie is Prometheus.
Don't care.
That's the
It's like, kind of like an unofficial Alien reboot, and I think it looks pretty cool. Like I haven't.
Wait! I didn't. Wait. From what I heard, it's not a reboot. It's the.
I mean, not a reboot.
Prequel.
Yeah, prequel.
Yeah,
I meant to say prequel.
My opinions on it, I don't care. Sorry.
I need to watch the Alien series again, just because, and then I'll probably go see that. I'm looking for a good, I'm just looking for just a very low key but just really good film, and I think that can work. I'm overall excited. Like I'm not like
I think it looks pretty cool.
I'm going to totally see it in theaters.
I'm probably not going to see it in theaters, but I think it looks pretty cool. I'll give it a chance. I actually need to see Alien. I think I saw it one time when I was a kid, and I don't remember it at all. But yeah, I'm definitely going to give it a watch. But I don't know too much about it, but it looks pretty cool.
Because that's kind of what happened to me when like the new that Predator came out, like the new Predator that just kind of recently came out. I went to go see that, and I really enjoyed it. I had a really good time. I enjoyed it. I watched it with my uncle. We went and stayed in theaters. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. So I'm expecting the same thing with the Aliens prequel.
I've actually never seen an Alien movie, so I didn't grow up with Alien versus Predator or Alien and Predator. So that's probably why I don't really care for the movie. You can go. I'm recording now.
I think we can pretty much just go on from there.
Yep, go.
Okay, so we're recording now?
Yep, next movie.
Okay, so the next movie is That's My Boy, which is an Adam Sandler movie, so I don't care.
I agree. I actually never heard of it, so I don't care.
Yeah,
I've never heard of it, but I really do enjoy Adam Sandler, but he's just been kind of going downhill just a little bit. But
now you're
probably
both
not gonna go see it, unfortunately. But
Okay, drop me out of the call. Maybe that's what we need to do. Let's try that.
Yay! It's all robot. Woohoo! Damn it, Zach! You and your stupid streaming gay porn. What the hell's up with that? Oh, Zed. Sorry, Zed. Yeah.
I like to go balls deep.
Yeah, you like to go balls deep.
Here, you guys just put me back in the call.
This is funny.
This is not funny. Let's get this to work, goddamn.
All right.
America.
How do I call him back? There we go.
All right.
All right.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, Zed sounding fine. James, you talk.
Hello.
Okay.
America.
America, indeed. Okay. So you can. Are you still recording right now?
No. Oh shit, I am. Go.
Let's start from the Adam Sandler movie and then just go from there.
You're good.
All right. So the next movie is The Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, I'm excited.
So am I. See, I think James and I share the same opinion on this, where like we think it's kind of ridiculous that it's being rebooted, but actually, maybe not, because then I actually think that this is going to be way better than the original 3 Spider-Man movies.
It's just it's too quick. There's no reason why they had to reboot it. Regardless, Spider-Man 3 wasn't that bad to begin with, and it wasn't like so shitty that it deserved a reboot. Not to mention, it made Sony a humongous amount of freaking cash. So I really don't know why they're rebooting it. Honestly, they're rebooting everything now. Like after like the next movie we're talking about, I think it's like The Dark Knight Rises. I'll get into that in a bit, but they're rebooting everything. So
yeah, and
fuck.
Well, we'll talk about that when we come to it. But yeah, I definitely think it's way too quick to reboot Spider-Man.
I'm looking forward to it, but there's no reason why they are why they're rebooting it. There's no reason why they should be doing it.
Absolutely, but I do think it looks like a good movie though, because like
It's interesting, yeah.
It's definitely a different take on it, which is how you should do reboots.
Yeah,
like Spider-Man, like it's not the same exact Spider-Man. It's like it's different. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's not like with the original Spider-Man that they did with Tobey. That was like the movie version, but they took elements from the comics. This one, it's staying like I didn't read the comics, but like I know it. Like I know the information somewhere. It's stuck in there. But like with this one, they're really staying true to like what happened in the comics instead of doing the whole like movie thing. For example, like I believe like he's not having it like out of his hands. Like he built his web shooter.
Yeah, he's building the web shooters, and Gwen Stacy is his first love interest and whatnot, and that's important to it. And then like not the spider coming down and hitting Toby like in the first one, but in this one he actually like goes into the chamber, which is like kind of off the comics a little bit, but it's more of like kind of a cross between like the Amazing Spider-Man was like super original 5000, like that was like the beginning of everything. Then they like did like it's kind of like the same thing that they're doing the reboot. Like they did like the Ultimate Spider-Man, which was like another take off the Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah. So that's what they're kind of doing. Like when he like goes into like the chamber, that's not what actually happens in the Amazing, but it like I don't know. It's taking elements from all the comics and just kind of putting them into one. I think they're going a different direction. I think it's going to be interesting. I think the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was actually like kind of a one-dimensional character, and I think they're actually going to kind of do something really good with the character of Peter Parker in this one.
I think the biggest change from Raimi's version is that we're actually going to see Parker's parents.
Yeah.
Not that I really care, but, we're going to see their parents.
Yeah.
The only problem I have with it is that he has orange eyes. I don't like that.
Oh, yeah?
It's kind of like, what? Whatever.
Cool story, bro.
All right, so let's move on to the next movie, which is The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited.
I am definitely excited as well.
I am so excited. But there's only this... With Batman, I was actually talking about this with my uncle, is where, like, Scarecrow was in the first one. We didn't care about him. Scarecrow was in the second one. He was there, but no, I think they totally butchered Scarecrow, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be in Rises. And the reason why I'm talking about Scarecrow is because I'm going into the whole thing of Bane being in it, and also kind of the thing with Two-Face, I don't think they should have killed Two-Face in the second one. Like, if they would have kept him alive, that would have made some really cool stuff for the Rises. You know, he could just, like, immediately come back and then, you know, shit blows up. But
you see, going off of that though, I think killing Two-Face was there's yard work going on right now. So hold on, if that's
Nope, I can't hear anything.
Okay, good. But killing Two-Face was a good thing in Dark Knight because Harvey Dent was the symbol of what Gotham really needed. He was he was able to do what Batman does, bring everyone to justice, but staying in between the lines, being the good guy. And watching the Joker making Harvey fall was like this tragic thing, proving that like he could bring down the best of them, and then killing him off. They wanted to like show that. I hope I'm making sense.
You are.
Yeah, I understand. Which I want to like go into being like the thing with the Joker, where they didn't know that he the actor, I can't remember his name.
Heath Ledger.
Thank you. They didn't know that he was gonna unfortunately pass, and that's why they kept the Joker character alive. Because if they did bring him back in Rises, which they probably were gonna do if he didn't have died. But I wish it was kind of that same thing with having Two-Face, where they could have him kind of like a mystery, like did he die or did he not die, or something like that, and just immediately have him come back in Rises. Because I'm pretty sure they were gonna kind of do that in Rises if Joker would have the Joker presence would have stayed. But now Joker is just like walked up. He's gone now because the actor's dead, and now we have.
Hold on, James. James, are you hearing him? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because he's the only one kind of like blinking out now for me, but I think we'll pretty much be fine.
Both like lagging for me.
Yeah, I'm lagging.
Mhm. Both of you were. You were pretty bad there for a moment. I just like kind of like nod my head like yes, I know what he's talking about.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to The Dark Knight Rises. It looks like it's. I don't think it's going to be as good as The Dark Knight, but if he can pull it off,
mega props. If he can pull it off, I think my biggest issue is like everyone else's issues that Joker's not going to be in it. 'Cause God, he was so freaking good, and you know, just seeing him not being in like the final one, the trilogy, the final film, it sucks. And I know they're going to respect his actor and not put like a little teaser or like a little nod to the character in the film, which they probably won't, but I would love to see it, but I understand why they won't do it. I don't think it's going to be as good as the second one. I wish that he was in it, but he's not, which really sucks, and I'm not really looking forward to it as much as I was looking forward to the second one.
They should get Mark Hamill in as the Joker for this one. Just have his voice. And just like replay things back from,
or like have him as like a recap, like what happens in the beginning, or maybe have it like have his voice like echo or something. Just put him in the damn movie. I'll be happy. But I think Catwoman is a big mistake. I don't think that's a good idea because I mean Catwoman doesn't seem like. The way
we need a woman with boobs. We already killed off the original. So.
Well, Joker was cool because I mean, in the second one, I mean, in the old Batman films, the Joker fell in love with like I forget who her name was, but she fell in love with some type of character, and he's like, "Oh, I love you," and then in the Dark Knight, Joker's like, "Fuck you, bitch," and he blows her up, like he doesn't care. And I think in Nolan's world that he created, I don't think Catwoman is a realistic villain. I can't see Catwoman in Nolan's world. So I think it's a bad choice, but we'll see how it comes out. Bane, I hope to God they change his voice because I can't understand what
they're not going to change his voice.
Okay, great.
Christopher Nolan confirmed that they're not doing any sort of ADR or going to change the voice at all. So basically, we're going to have to try and understand him as he says, I'll give you permission to go and go for your traffic.
I hope I don't like Catwoman. I don't like Bane. There's no one in the movie that I like as a villain, so I'm not looking forward to the film that much. I'm interested to see how they're going to wrap it up. I'm sure Nolan must feel kind of like crap because, like I said, he had plans for Heath Ledger. He had plans. I'm sure the third one was going to be great. And then after he died, he's pretty much just like, fuck, man. And it kind of screwed him up. So I can understand why.
I have faith in Nolan to make a good movie, though. So.
I know. I'll go see it, but I'm not excited that much. But we'll see what happens.
I think this is the only movie James is going to go see in theaters.
Probably. Every other movie I don't really care about.
They should bring back Mr. Freeze, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No.
That's a horrible idea.
No.
And they should also bring back the Riddler, Jim Carrey. We need that as well.
Just give me a Joker nod in the film, and I'll be happy.
I think they can make a reference to it without actually showing him. Because I think that showing him would be in bad taste.
Let's tell, not still.
I mean, because you have to realize that Heath Ledger died, but the character is still alive. I mean, he had to do some shit between those 8-year gap. So,
I think as long as they kind of give us closure as to what happened to him, I think that'll work.
Yeah, I hope he's not dead. That would suck.
Yeah, have him like a symbol on the wall or something, or one of his cards or something. I don't know, some sort of nod he's around here or something, or he got out would be really cool.
Yeah,
some sort of reference.
All right, so that pretty much covers all of the summer movies.
All right,
that are really important. But yeah, so let's move on to characters and character arcs.
All right.
Anyone got a... How are we going to go balls deep in this one?
No idea. I think it might be better for us to talk about our productions, because that might be easier for us. I mean, I really don't pay attention to movies that much anymore.
That's kind of an important thing to do, James.
No, but I'm not really good at it anymore.
Anyway, I'm really trying to figure out how to start this off.
We'll edit it.
If you can think of something before me, go right ahead.
What are we talking about? Our own productions or TV shows or something?
Well, just kind of in general, but if we can make reference to our own things, but yeah.
I think female protagonists are really cool, and it is interesting to see a girl in play a role that you would expect a guy to play. I'm not trying to be sexist, but it is interesting to see gender roles and stuff. That's kind of cool to see how they deal with it.
Yeah.
Death is fun, killing people off. All that story junk. It's fun to see a character transition, because maybe in the beginning they're shy, and then at the very end they become a super talkative person. It's interesting to see.
Oh my god,
transition.
I can't hear the words you guys are saying.
I see James's box of blue, he's talking around, but I don't hear anything.
Yep.
Hold on. Let's just pause this real quick. We're gonna start where I'm just gonna say okay, that's it for that topic, and then I'm gonna apologize for technical difficulties.
No, you just cut it out in the edit.
Well, it might sound stupid if I just never mind. All right, I'll just move on. Well, we're just gonna start over on the character topic.
Oh, we got so far in it.
We got 2 minutes into it.
Yeah, that's better than no minute.
But now we can do a fully good one, and I actually have stuff to talk about. So.
Okay, go.
Maybe production topics. We were talking about production.
Yeah, we were talking. It was our film topic. Yeah. All right. So James, start recording whenever.
I'm ready recording.
All right. Awesome. All right. So that's pretty much it for the summer movies. So let's move on to the characters and character arcs. Basically, with this, it's a character. The main character, the protagonist, should always have a goal or something that drives them throughout the film, or else it's unwatchable. It has, and this goal, this motivation, is their arc, which will be resolved in the end. So basically, like, we have to go off that. Like, what about, like, what things do you like about that? James, you can go ahead.
Zed can go first because I already went first last time.
Why me? Why me? Okay, I'll go. Absolutely, and a great example of that is a movie that I watched recently. I literally watched it last night. It was the movie Buried.
Oh, you found a way to work it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was literally hoping that James would talk first because I forgot the actor's name. So I was
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. Thank you. And I watched that last night, and it truly shows that. And now we'll go into character development and whatnot and the goal, but it really shows that Hollywood and just the film business isn't just a bunch of reboots and remakes anymore. It really shows that you can go through the cracks and whatnot and really do something great. And Buried completely showed that for me.
Yeah. I haven't seen Buried yet. I really want to see Buried, but yeah, I see what you mean. Like, it's really just all about, like, I think, like, even James and I were having a conversation. We were talking about Rain, I think, and, like, we were just going through. It was like start, like, what are we starting with? Like, who are they when we start, and then where are they going to be? What happens to them in the end when they've reached their goal, or what is supposed to happen to them happens. And it's just that it's just that the stages of development, getting them there, like, what do they learn from it, and just going balls deep into that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because just while watching that, it was just him in a coffin, buried. It was just him, and it was just an interesting perspective because I haven't seen anything done like that before, except for like Castaway. But it was like in an enclosed environment. It was very claustrophobic, but you felt a sense of just that character, just him. And just while watching it, you could definitely see that there was some development throughout just him with different situations coming, and just it was really cool because he had these items that were in the coffin with him, and you could obviously see how these items were really important to him, to the story arc, like the cell phone's battery dying, how progressive that is. Also, the oxygen, and also him having light in there, that he always needs to have light, and also like look around, and him writing down numbers. And there's a part where he's facing one way in the coffin, so he has to like turn to face the other way in the coffin because there's like items in a bag, and that's how he gets like those really big glow sticks. But you can obviously see like just the character development and him going through these things, and it feels like you're going through them with him, and that was definitely a great example of that. And I'm glad I watched that last night.
Isn't the whole movie, doesn't it like take place like just in the coffin, like never leaves the coffin?
Never leaves the coffin. The only
that's gonna definitely have some
that technically leaves the coffin. It's more of like a kind of a camera thing where when they're transitioning, like whenever you see a movie, they'll always like transition with like a fade out or like a camera angle or something like that. That's like going backwards. The only how they show transitions is they have the camera overlooking them from a bird's eye view, and they just slowly just move the camera up. But like there's like the coffin, is pretty small, but it seems like when the camera's going up, the coffin just goes forever, and the coffin's like 3 feet when the camera like goes up. So I'm guessing they had multiple coffins for multiple things. Like if they had an angle where whatever they had to face, they would have that part of the coffin. But how they show transitions, when they just move the camera up from a bird's eye perspective, they just kept moving it up, and then But the thing was is that they showed the boards of the coffin, and the boards like came up like 3 feet. That was like the only thing that was like I mean, that's the only thing they could do to show transitions.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like there, and I was just kind of watching. Coffin's not that big, is it? You know, because he could easily stand up. And personally, I wouldn't have showed those boards. I would have just showed blackness to represent the dirt. But otherwise, I absolutely loved it. It was amazing.
So James, what is your opinion on this since you've been quiet?
I already talked about it, so I'll just sync it up.
James, I'm cutting that part out.
Oh, what? No, I did such a good job with it.
Because I start talking, I interrupt you, I start talking over you, and...
No, I have it perfectly fine. I promise.
Dude, just say it again.
We're still rolling. We're still
I like female protagonists. I like how they're set. I like how they do male things. I'm not trying to be sexist, but it always is interesting to see a female, I guess vice versa. It's interesting to see a male do, like, maybe female stuff, you know, like gender roles. It's always interesting to see how those mix and how people take, you know, them seriously and stuff. I also like transitions between characters. Like in the beginning, one person could be shy, and then he turns into a very talkative person, or like they start out low and then become something more in the end, something important. So I like starting things in the beginning, and it's fun to decide how they happen in the end. But it's like the fun part is like is how they get there. You know, the middle part.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, and it seems like you definitely like strong female characters, and I can agree with that. I think there's a couple films that try too hard doing that. I think there was one recently. What was it called? Like Colombiana or something.
Oh, okay.
That movie was just stupid, and basically the idea was, let's get a hot chick and she'll be doing like man action stuff, and then it'll be really deep and we'll be cool. And that's not making a strong female character. That's just putting a girl in skimpy clothing and having her kick butt.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
the only good movie that I really enjoyed that had that were actually two Angelina Jolie films, which were Tomb Raider and I liked her in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Mm-hmm. But there was also like the husband character.
Yeah,
there was. Yeah.
But yeah, I think James, like you've been trying to make a story where there's a woman character, and I think you actually like truly understand that, and you can do a good thing with that.
Thanks.
Yeah. And hold on. Okay, so I don't know. Have we pretty much said everything to do with that?
Yep.
Or?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's move on to the delightful and the repugnant. Who wants to go first with that? Who wants to go first with that?
I'll do mine.
Right.
I love my Hopog HD PVR, but I hate the program Arks Showbiz. How about that? Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
My delightful is I recently had a trip to Kansas City where my sort of like the theater arts group in our school went to go see a play, and it was Sweeney Todd, and I've actually never like seen the movie or anything about that before. Like I know like the whole Johnny Depp thing, but like they took a different direction with it. I liked the play, and plus I got to hang out with my friends David and Lacey, who work on videos with me. And you know, like I got to hang out with them for like 14 hours, so that was a blasty blast. My repugnant, of course, is And Justice for All's hiatus, because I've been working on it for 2 years, and I have really not much of anything to show for it, except for, you know, like, I can say, oh, I have a couple cast members, but that's what I find repugnant.
My delightful is getting closer and I guess getting closer to finishing my productions. And like I feel like every script write I do and every little edit I do, I feel like I'm slowly getting closer to the finished product. However, my repugnant is that I feel like I may never get this out, which really sucks. And
Yeah, that's a horrible feeling.
I hope that doesn't come to the case, but I don't know. So.
Because I know what you're saying, because that's pretty much exactly what my repugnant was. I've been working on my film for 2 years now, and so far it seems like it's never going to come out, even though I'm busting my ass on it.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like definitely the case with me, and kind of in like a different perspective. I was like, I love writing it, and I wrote chapter 1. I wrote it all through, and then I like added a scene. I did like a rain reference, but James didn't like it, and then because he's like, "Oh, it's not Halo canon." Well, it's Machinima canon.
No, it wasn't that. It was just you were making the characters do stuff that they would never do.
Oh, it was just a reference / joke. It was just a wink, whatever. Anyway, but I wrote a couple scenes in that definitely enhanced the story arc. But the problem that I faced recently was I keep adding stuff and I need to just stop.
I've been doing that a lot too.
Yeah, I wrote chapter 1, just add a couple things in it, and then recently I don't like to take away things. I just like add things. So I added just a whole new beginning, because the beginning was quite kind of sudden, and I added this whole new beginning, and it just kind of shows like the scope of the situation that's going to happen within my production confinement. So yeah, I definitely rewrote like a new beginning, and it's much better than the original one, because like the original one just kind of like just started, but this one kind of like slowly brings you in, which I enjoy. But I love writing, but the thing I don't like about writing is that I have this thing of I know what's going to happen in the beginning, middle, and end, and filling all that is going to take a little while.
Oh yeah,
and I'm always trying to get to the goal at the end.
You always want to jump to the action, but you have to have that build up. It's so important.
I'm trying to get to that. I don't want to do it as fast as possible, but I'm trying to get to that, and that's kind of a thing of I was going to do 10 chapters. Each of them would be a half an hour, but with the time whatnot, I'm always working. But just with the time and whatnot, especially with Halo 4 coming out, and I don't know how I'm going to transition into that. I don't know if I'm going to stay in Reach and finish it or transition into 4, but what I've came down to was I was going to do 10 chapters, 30 minutes, then I brought it to 5 chapters, 30 minutes, and now I'm thinking about doing it just 3 chapters, 30 minutes, do both chapters in Reach, then the last one in Halo 4. So it's kind of the less of, I think, other Halo games are, for example, Halo 4 are pushing me, but I keep writing. I'm trying to get to the goddamn goal. Yeah.
I know what's going to happen in the beginning, the middle, and the end. I know all the major plot points, all the oh my god moments, but it's so freaking hard to fill in those spaces. And for the record, I'm finishing Inheritor in Reach. If Halo 4 comes out, I don't care. I'm finishing it in Reach.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, let's move on to viewer mail. So our first question is, are you guys bronies? No.
Nope.
Was that a no, Zed, or a yes?
Yeah, that's a no.
Okay. I don't know, because I have a ton of friends that are into it. And frankly, before you're like, don't be hating, bro. I've seen it. They finally convinced me to give it a chance. But like, it's the weirdest thing, because people can't describe why they like it. There's like, it's just good, man. And I'm like, it's like, that's not a reason. Yep. You need to tell me, like, is it funny? Is it like, and then they're like, it's just good. And I watch it, and it's like nothing happens.
Yep.
Like, there's just nothing happening here. But So this is completely like an obscure opinion, but like it's like, and it almost makes sense because this is like an episodic toy commercial. So it's like there's some sort of brainwash going on.
LSD.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't understand this whole thing, and I'm kind of hoping it dies off.
It will.
It will. It'll die hard.
It will die.
Die hard.
Yeah. But yeah, the next question is, what is Reign's release, and where are you on production?
You mean for Series 2?
Yeah.
Release date, I have no idea. I usually don't set a release date until I know exactly how far I'm into the production. Probably when I finish all the episodes, if not almost, I'll probably set a release date. I'm not saying any release date right now. I don't care. Next couple months, I don't know. No idea. Where am I in production? Well, I have almost all the lines. I'm missing only 2 voice actors. Jamie Zin's character, Ted, which is really driving me down. No offense, Jamie, but yeah, it really is driving me down. And Tori Kamal voices Tom in Reign, and even though he hasn't sent me all his lines, he is doing an awesome thing where he keeps me updated, which is what I love. And his voice is like his voice acting is just damn amazing. But yeah, he keeps me updated, which is what I like. So even though he might say, "Oh, I'll send you these lines today," come today, he doesn't do it, but he always messages me. He always keeps me up to date, which is one thing that I love about it. So even though I'm upset that I'm not getting lines from him, at least he's keeping me updated, which is great. However, Jamie's in. No offense, Jamie, but it's been like several months of nothing, and that's really annoying. And he did recently contact me. I'm not trying to throw him, I'm not trying to be a douchebag.
You're kind of throwing him under the bus right now.
I am right now, but
just tell him that you love him. But
I love you, but give me the damn lines already. I'm like,
just a word to all voice actors. If you're working on a project, keep the person updated. Like not even voice actors, just actors in general. Like if you're working on a project, like everyone just stay in touch. Just stay in touch. I don't want to because I'll have people who don't respond to me, and it'll be like crunch time by the time we're I'm about to do something, and they're not responding to me. So it's like I need to know what's going on, man. But yeah.
And then what happens is they're like, "Dude, stop bugging me. You're so annoying." Well, if you actually decided to freaking contact me, then maybe I wouldn't be doing this shit in the first place. It's so annoying. I don't know why they do it.
Exactly. Like, at least once a week, if it's, because right now, Reign's in the process of, it's, you're getting in a bunch of lines right now, so you can move on to, actual machinimating. And, if he just, gave you an update, every week, oh, I can't get around to it because I've got this going on, that would, yeah. But I don't want to throw Jamie under the bus. He's an awesome person. He just needs to get some lines done.
Yeah.
But anyway, next question is, do people ever question your sanity or sexuality after watching James's Reign or Tyler's shorts? The sexuality question is more for Tyler.
What? Okay, well, first off, it's just for fun, so of course I'm not gay. It's all fun, I don't act like that in real life. No effing way.
Here's the thing. I've kind of lived by a phrase, and it is, there is no shame in comedy. Yeah, because I do some things that are really stupid. I act flamboyant. I voice weird characters, but
Tyler Moore, new voice actor for Nikki.
Maybe we should have done that, James.
Nope.
Yeah.
Just kick out Lacey.
Nope.
Yeah, let's just make Tom gay.
No frickin' way.
Boom.
Nope.
But anyway, yeah. Have I ever been questioned about it? Actually, a funny thing. When I had this video out called Catsup, where me and my friends basically smear ketchup all over our bodies, but It's no longer up.
Go balls deep.
Yeah, we went balls deep in that ketchup. But my mom would show it to people, and she'd be like, "This is really funny, but he's not gay." But like,
well, if you say that, then they think you're gay.
What?
If you say that, then they automatically think it.
Yeah, if you don't mention it, they won't even think of calling you gay.
I should just like every single time I do a video like that, I should just like put a little annotation at the bottom that says "No homo."
Because then they'll be like, "I never said you were gay," and you're like, "Well, yeah, I'm just making sure you know I'm not gay." And they're like, "Okay, yeah," and he's like, "This kid's probably gay."
Frankly, I don't give a shit.
So honestly, just don't say it, and if they bring it up, just say no.
Well, I'm not the one saying it. My mom is.
I know. Just it's everything I do in Rain is just for fun. I'm not fucking messed up. I hope I'm not, and it's all in good fun. That's it.
Well, James, the last thing I told you about you and your sex addiction, and you and your we should segue into that.
Yeah, you should definitely bring that up.
Oh, let's do it. Okay, so Rain. Okay, so I think James is a sex addict, being that. So the characters in Rain. This is mostly about Tom and this is mostly about Tom and Nikki. Is that within directors, we always present ourselves just a tiny bit in our characters, and we always present our characters that way because there's always just that little thing of us of we would want to do this, but we're never going to do this, and that's why like violent movies are this way and whatnot. Anyway, so James's character is Tom and Nikki. I like to make fun of them a little bit about it being that I like to call James a sex addict, being that Tom is his very mellow, nice, very just monotone side of himself, just very relaxed and whatnot, but also his depressed side. And then Nikki is his fun, eccentric side and his sex addiction. And then I started thinking about the reason why Tom and Nikki are together is that James loves himself. So when Tom and Nikki are having sex in the story, James is really just thinking about himself.
Which doesn't make any sense, and that's not why I casted the characters.
We should also segue into why does it rain, James?
No, let's not talk about that.
Let's segue into that. Want to do that?
That's even worse.
The reason. Okay, so everyone. So I've read comments actually like on Rain. Like I just randomly read comments on Rain when I was watching Rain at the time, and I remember seeing all these comments of Nikki is a whore. Nikki is not a whore. Nikki is a whore for Tom, or slut for Tom. She loves Tom. So when this was that kind of the time where James was going to get rid of Nikki kind of entirely. But at the time I was talking about the reason why it rains is because Tom and Nikki are together, and it'll always stay raining because Nikki is squirting for Tom, and so they're always going to stay together, and if they break apart, then that is when it will stop raining.
Which is not the reason why it's raining, by the way.
The reason why it's raining is because you are messing around with rain effects, and you're like, I'm going to make a story out of this.
I'm not answering anything, so...
Okay, so let's move on to the next question.
James, no comment.
Okay. Have you ever gone to see a movie in the theater twice? I have not.
Yes.
What did you go see?
I saw Iron Man 2 twice, actually. The first time I saw it was just my cousin. We just went to go see it, and then second time was my friend Nick. He wanted to hang out, and he hasn't seen it yet, and he wanted to go see a movie. So I'm like, okay, we'll just go see that, and I saw it with some friends again. So.
Have you,
That's
James?
a movie.
A
Anyway.
long time ago, I saw Snow Dogs twice, and I do remember watching Spider-Man 3 at the time.
I had to spit my Gatorade back into the bottle.
All right. Okay, technically I have seen a movie in theaters twice. Everyone's going to hate me for this. But I went and saw the Phantom Menace 3D re-release. So, yeah.
I loved it. It was great. Not really, but it was good.
It's not a good movie, but it's fun.
No. Okay, we need to segue into that.
No.
That's a whole nother podcast,
To say
man.
about that. I have something to say about that.
No, next
Make it quick.
podcast.
But listen. So a lot of people do not like the Phantom Menace, and I can totally see why. But the thing is that back when, being a little child that I am, and my father, he would always put on movies while he napped. He napped a lot because he was awake at night and just slept at the day. But the reason being is, so his mother, my grandmother, had all three. She had the original VHS tape, all three. So we would borrow those a lot, but every time that we would not borrow them, this is the time where Phantom Menace just came out, and I'm 5 at that time. So my father had the Phantom Menace, and he would always put that in while I was sleeping. So I grew up with the Phantom Menace, and that's why I don't have a problem with it.
Oh yeah, you see, that's the exact same thing. When I went to go to the theater to see Phantom Menace again, I went to go see it because I wanted to relive that whole me being 6 years old, reminiscing about this movie.
Yeah, only reason why I like the prequels because I grew up with them. So that's my excuse.
All right. Anyway, let's go. Okay, we got one last question. Since Tyler is from Kansas and James is from, it says New York, but it's New Jersey. Why don't you have accents?
Oh, fuck you, asshole. Fuck you. Everyone thinks I sound like a fucking Italian. No, I don't. I don't know why. I sound normal. At least I think I sound normal. I really don't know why. But no, I'm not fucking Italian.
Everyone has an accent, even though if it doesn't everyone has one. Because I'm from Oregon, and what the fuck accent do we have? We don't have an accent.
I think there's the American accent, and then there's little subsections of it, Kansas kind of has this a bit of a southern accent. I don't know. I don't know too many people who actually my age that actually have a Kansas accent.
Yeah.
There's a couple people, but they're the real bubbas. But
everyone's a descendant of something, so everyone has an accent, and it's kind of the thing of when you grow up, you grow up with the people and experiences around you, and you base stuff off that. For example, my mother and father were always listening to just 90s music in general, and that's why I love 90s to this day, because I grew up with that, and I grew up there's these people that just people that if someone messes with them or piss them off, they're gonna fight back harder, and it's just gonna go back and forth, and they're always gonna say, "Oh, I'm right." I'm not one of those people, if you're going to fight me back, I'm not going to call you an idiot or whatnot. I can see things from your perspective, and I just treat people with respect, or I try to anyway. And the reason why that kind of goes into it is because I just grew up with these experiences around me. So,
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't, I just don't have an accent. I guess I haven't been around that many people who have a heavy one, and I guess learning to, because I watched a lot of TV with people without accents when I was a kid, so that kind of, I guess, could play into it.
Wait, can I continue what I was talking about? Because I literally forgot about the topic while I was talking about it. Can I finish?
I knew where you were going with it, but you...
I literally forgot the topic. Okay, so we grow up with experiences, and that also relies on people. So and that's how we grow up with access. And this kind of goes into the thing of language, where whatever language you speak, you learn that language because they speak it, and you just grow up with that. So I grew up with English, and that's why I think language is so interesting, because I'm whatever word means this to me, and I'm wow, that I don't understand that. But anyway, we grow up with people around us, so when we grow up with people around us, it seems natural to us. So when we go to another place, it's not, and we kind of feel a little outcasted in a way. But then again, it's kind of hypocritical if they came over to my place and where I lived, and they would be talking funny. So I think everyone is linked to a certain thing, which would probably be mostly mostly like English and British, and when they came over and whatnot, we'll always have like a little thing of that and Irish and whatnot. But
Yeah.
we all have accents,
Yeah.
you know, and we always just kind of
Um,
Now that I'm done,
well, that actually made me think of something. That reminded me of something. What language do deaf people think in?
shit, man.
That's like,
Wow.
that's
Well,
like, isn't it like the biggest mind?
balls deep, Tyler.
Yeah, that is balls deep.
Wow. Whoa, that's a.
Let's save that
So
for
anyway,
another
that's our
podcast.
podcast for today. If you like the show, like us on our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/ThinkTankPodcast.
You know,
And
before you end it.
No.
Fuck.
Who's ever listening, answer that question.
Yeah, definitely answer the question in the comments. If you have a question for us, send it to thinktank@kntanimations.com. All right, then you guys can do your outros real quick.
Think tank.
You guys need to say where we can find you.
Thank you for watching. My name is James Klim. You can find me on Grievous Ross, JamesKlimProductions, Machinima Realm, and thank you for joining me. Have a good day.
I'm Zed of TheZeddProductions, and I'm kind of the new batch of Machinima directors coming out, and I'm pretty nervous about my work, but I know all these great people, and they're really focused on me trying to get this production out. So,
What's your channel?
TheZeddProductions, capitalized T, capitalized Z, capitalized P, and then Zed will have 2 D's in it.
Yeah. So I'm Tyler Moore. You can check my stuff out at Tyler Moore Films on YouTube. You can go to my Twitter, which is Mr. Tyler Moore, and my website is currently kntanimations.com, even though that'll be changing soon. But anyway, thanks for listening to Think Tank, guys. Stay tuned for the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Later.